Hi everyone, happy Star Wars week. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to make blue milk pudding, which is a recipe that you can find on starwars.com. We will link it in the description below. And in order to make this recipe, you guys are going to need whole milk, cornstarch, powdered sugar, some coconut shreddings, although this is optional, so if you don't like coconut, don't worry about that. Some salt, cinnamon, vanilla, some gel food dye, but you really only need blue, unless you're interested in also having some green milk pudding, which, who knows, maybe that's a thing Luke liked to make in the later movies. And then, to top it all off, some nice whipped cream. Alright, let's get started. So I'm going to be deviating a little bit from the instructions on the website, and we're actually going to start by blending our dry ingredients. So make sure you have your cornstarch, powdered sugar, salt, and cinnamon at the ready. First up, make sure you get half of a cup of your powdered sugar. Make sure you really packed it in there. Okay. And then take your half a cup and pour it into a mixing bowl. It's okay if it gets a little everywhere. You can clean up later. Next, make sure you get your cornstarch, and you're gonna need 3 tablespoons of this. Yes, it's a lot. So for your cinnamon, you want 1/8 of a teaspoon. That's pretty small. I only have 1/4 of a teaspoon, so I'm actually gonna scoop half of this out so I don't get too much in there. Let's see. So there it is filled up, and let's pour half of that back. I like cinnamon, so if it's a little over, that's okay with me. Alright. You're just gonna want to sprinkle it in there. So next you're gonna want a pinch of salt. Here we're just going to do like a little bit of a sprinkle. Alright, so now we're going to be blending these ingredients. If you have an orange spatula, make sure to whip it out and support those rebels. Alright, when you have it all mixed together, which is pretty darn soon, doesn't take much to get those together, you can get ready for the next step. Alright, so next you're going to want to get out a saucepan and put that over the stove, and then you're going to want to pour in 2 cups of whole milk. Turn your stove on to a medium-low heat. Add your milk. With your milk heating up, it's time to dump in your dry ingredients. Just mix that up right in there. So you're going to want to add your vanilla. It calls for 1.5 teaspoons. I have a half teaspoon right here, so I'm going to dump this in 3 times. 1. It's nice to have a bowl or something underneath in case you spill. 2. And 3. Alright, be sure to mix that in. Alright. Oh, it's smelling so good right now. Here's where the Star Wars comes in. It is time to add your blue food dye so that you can truly have blue milk. Now you only want a little bit of squeeze or something, so you want it to be light blue. Let's see how that goes. So you can have as much blue or as little blue as you want just by adding the amount of food dye that you want. Let's see. I think this is pretty nice, but I might add just a little bit more, make it a little bit of a darker blue. Alright, and you're gonna keep that on the stove for 2 to 3 minutes. Change your stove to a simmer and have it on for 3 to 4 minutes. All right, so while this is simmering, you're gonna wanna whisk it a little bit until it's thickened. All right, it's starting to bubble, looking a little bit like a cauldron. Let's see. But it's looking pretty thick, so I'm probably gonna just let it go for another minute. All right, so once your pudding is done cooking, you can start scooping it into some glasses. That's a thick piece. Well, looks like I had some browning at the bottom of the pan there, so make it some fun pieces. Once you've put all of your pudding into cups, you're gonna wanna put plastic wrap over the top, get it down over the surface of the pudding. Wrap. There we go. Once your dessert is all wrapped up, you're gonna wanna put it in the fridge to chill. I'm going to check on mine in an hour, but depending on your fridge temperature, it may take more time, it may take less time, but we'll see how this is doing pretty soon. Once you have your dessert out of the fridge and nice and solid, it's time to top it off with some whipped cream. Create a nice little swirl. And add some coconut shreddings to the top. And then it's time to enjoy your creation. That's really good. I feel like I'm celebrating on Tatooine. Thank you guys so much for joining Club 55 during our Star Wars Week celebration. I hope you guys had as much fun as I did. And now I think I'm gonna go finish this pudding. Bye.